Welcome back, guys. I'm Emerson.
And I'm Meredith.
And you're watching WCTV.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of WCTV.
Let's get our show started with today's weather report.
What's up, Chargers? It's Cross Garcia, yours truly. We're bringing back our beloved WC weather segment. Now, you know how Texas is. It's either really cold in the morning or really hot in the afternoon. Here's Logan with the outside forecast.
Starting off our break, it's going to be hot and cloudy over the weekend with a chance of rain on Monday. Back to you, Cross.
Thanks, Logan. And most of y'all know spring break is next week, so don't forget to pack some sunscreen and say goodbye to the foggy weather because you won't be missed. I'm Cross Garcia, and this is WC Weather.
Here's One Up Gaming to show us the new games coming out this March.
Hey, Chichel, how are y'all doing today? Tired? Yeah, same. Anywho, you're here to hear about the games, not emotions. So let's get started. Today I'll be going over 3 different games. So, get comfy, grab your popcorn, because it's gonna be fun.
You so precious when you smile.
First up, we have Doom Eternal Release. Developed by ID Software, Doom Eternal is a sequel to the amazing game, Doom. Experience the ultimate combination of speed and power as you rip and tear your way across dimensions. Set 8 months after Doom in 2016, about 60% of the Earth has been conquered by the demonic invasion. With the Earth military helpless in turning the tide of the battle, and the majority of the population killed during the first month of the invasion, the arcs are created to preserve humanity and evacuate them into orbits. The game will be released on March 20th for PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and PC, so check it out when it's released. Next up, we have Animal Crossing New Horizons. Peaceful creativity and charm await as you roll up your sleeves and make your new life whatever you want it to be. Collect resources and craft everything from creature comforts to handy tools. Embrace your green thumb as you interact with flowers and trees in new ways. Set up a homestead where the rules of what goes indoors and out no longer apply. Make friends with new arrivals, enjoy the seasons, pole vault across rivers as you explore, and more. The game is also being released on March 20th, exclusively available for the Switch. And finally, we have Fairy Tail. Demons, dark wizards, dragons, and cats. Players will find out all as they start their journey in this game. Gus Studios is creating the game under the supervision of the author Hiro Mishima, promising a faithful recreation for the fairy tale world and its unusual inhabitants, including everything from magic to its iconic characters. It is being released on March 19th, so keep an eye out for it. Anyways, guys, that's it for this month's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. See you next time. Peace.
Thanks, Kat. Those games look awesome.
Speaking of video games, here we have DeAndre with some information on new video gaming consoles.
How's it going, Churchill? My name is DeAndre, and you're watching Tech Talk. This time, we've got new consoles. The Xbox Series X and the PS5 were both announced recently, and fans are excited to indulge in the next generation of consoles, and rightfully so. With all the advancement in technology we've had in the past few months and the spec release of the new Xbox, it's safe to say these consoles are gonna pack a punch. The Xbox is packing a custom 8-core AMD Zen 2 CPU, a custom NVMe SSD, up to 16GB of DDR6 RAM, ray tracing support, 8K max resolution, and so much more! Sadly, there's still no new news on the PS5, and Sony continues to keep the monster a secret. And lastly, Samsung's released their second flip phone. It's called the Galaxy Z Flip, and it's said to have been improved with more flexible glass, dual batteries, a 6.7-inch Full HD dynamic AMOLED Infinity Flex display, power share, Face ID, fingerprint scanning, sadly no 5G support, and it comes in mirror purple, mirror black, and mirror gold. If that isn't cool, I don't know what is. Well, that's all we have for this episode. Glad you stopped by, and I'll see you on the next episode of Tech Talk.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Let's head over to Cross and Bloomer to see this month's sports update.
Welcome back, Chargers. This is WC Sports. I'm Andrew Bloomer.
And I'm Cross Garcia.
And this is WC Sports. Really quick, a congratulations to Parker Brown, Churchill's prom king. And this fellow to my left, Cross, on winning Best Bromance with our good friend Eddie Volk.
Don't you mean the fishing club president?
Of course.
Baseball has kicked off their season with their first game and tournament being played last week. Game 1 saw Adam Tellis have a complete game on the mound, with the W, as well as Isaac Alamon blasting a 2-home run. They play Kingwood and Hayes at Kingwood Park today. Keep at it, boys.
Soccer continues on as boys have a chance to clinch the second seed with a win at South San tonight at South San Stadium. They played a great match against MacArthur last Tuesday night at Cumberlander Field and won 3-1. The girls also had a good match against the Brahmas, but lost in a tight match 3-2.
Basketball season has come to an end after our 5th playoff appearance in 6 years came short against Brandeis. Truly what an exciting season from the boys, including great seasons from Jackson Robinson, Ryan Roper, Ian Riley, and of course, Xavier Martinez. Way to ball out, boys.
Wrestling came to a close, with many wrestlers going to state, including a fantastic season from your Churchill Chargers. Congrats Chris Pruski for finishing 4th at state, along with Victoria Morales, Quinn Porter, and Adam Miller.
Track and softball are getting into gear, so make sure you go out and support our Chargers as the month of March kicks off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have today. I am your mother's favorite, Cross Garcia.
And I am Andrew Bloomer.
And this is Dub C Sports.
Thanks, guys.
Now here we have John, David, and Alex with some movie recommendations.
Birds of Prey and blah 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 blah.
It's basically a Harley Quinn film with... What do you mean they changed the title? You know how long it took me to make that joke? 5 seconds!
Basically a Harley Quinn film with the Birds of Prey tagged on it. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't just give Harley her own solo film. She's doing great on her own show. But with that being said, I really enjoyed this film. The action was amazing. It was as good as John Wick, and that's not an overstatement. The comedy was great, along with Margot Robbie, who killed it in every scene. Literally. I love the variations of colors used in this film. Like Thor Ragnarok, it used old-fashioned comic colors and used it to their advantage. Unlike Suicide Squad, where it was just dark and boring. Everything about this film was great, and everyone agrees with that. Well, almost everyone. Now, here's the thing about adapting something. You're not gonna get the exact version of what you like from that one thing compared to the next. Of course there's gonna be changes to the source material, and a lot, but not all, is all for the best. But the most important thing that you have to do is respect the original source material. And this movie does a great job with that. I had a blast watching this. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. And go watch this, or else we're gonna get movies like this again.
Why did you say that name?
It's February, and you know what that means. It's time to watch a bunch of movies about stuff that you'll never have and never will be. Wait, what? It's not February. What am I even doing? In any case, let's watch some great romantic movies. First up is When Harry Met Sally, directed by Rob Reiner and written by Nora Ephron. This rom-com stars Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, who initially hate each other but soon fall in love. I found the basic plot of this movie to be interesting, as well as the characters and the dialogue. 6 out of 10. Next is You've Got Mail, written and directed by Nora Ephron. This rom-com stars Meg Ryan and a Pixar voice actor who initially hate each other but soon fall in love. As you can probably tell by the title, this film is fairly dated, involving people meeting over the internet, which was very rare back in 1998. Other than that, this film is pretty good. Very wholesome out of 10. Just kidding. 6 out of 10. Speaking of people falling in love through a computer, what about With? Her was directed by Spike Jonze and features a man falling in love with Siri, basically, voiced by Scarlett Johansson. The way this film depicts this relationship and even the near future setting feels oddly realistic. There are some editing, pacing, plot points near the third act that seem off, but Joaquin Phoenix's performance throughout is just perfect. But is this performance better than the Joker? Yes, 9 out of 10. Next motion picture, Punch Drunk Love, is an obscure one, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and stars Adam Sandler actually caring about a role. This one is not only wholesome, but also makes you feel anxious through its characters, plot, and music. However, the anxiety-filled comedy makes the romance parts that much better. 8 out of 10. The Notebook was directed by Nick Cassavetes and stars the only face Ryan Gosling knows and Rachel McAdams. I wouldn't really say there's much to this movie other than the romance, which is unrealistically grand. But that could be a detriment or a good thing depending on how you want to watch these sorts of movies. Is it a good romantic movie? Yes. Is it a good movie? Yeah. 6 out of 10. Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight are all expertly written and directed films by Richard Linklater, starring Julie Delpy and Ethan Hawke in the most realistic relationship put to screen. If you want to see something tangible that you can relate to, and not an overdramatic fantasy that you'll never get but always want because materialism and house building are the true fundamentals of all relationships, watch the Before trilogy. 7 out of 10 for all of them. That's it.
Thanks, dudes.
Seniors, just a reminder that today is the last day to RSVP for Senior Activity Day. All seniors who have paid their dues may attend. This is a hard deadline, and you can find the link on the WC webpage.
Also, remember that this year's ticket purchases for prom will be made through the Morp app. That is prom backwards. Tickets will increase in price every week leading to prom, so act fast. And make sure you use your school email when registering on the app.
On February 22nd, our Charger Battalion competed in the Urban Raider Challenge. Here are some highlights of their event.
You got the troubles, but I'll get help. Help me. Well, I know just what you need, and I know that it might seem like better things to do. I'm so sick of it, this won't do. Feel like we'll have to know. Too fast to think too slow. People see me and they go. You gotta help, you gotta ask for help, and I ain't gonna give you help 'cause I can't help myself either. Help. Will you help us? It's time to turn the page. I'm the loser in the modern world. Get all the kind of gloomy little boys and girls. Oh, you got troubles, oh, you got woes. The ship's off your shoulders, how it goes. Juggling chains off with just one hand. Falling down the stairs with a marching band. Swimming across the ocean in a concrete suit. Trying to grow a bit, but still look cute. Make sure you got this. There you go. Let's go. Grab it. Who's up front? No, we got okay, go. Slide it over. Pull him out. You got trouble still, but I'll still have some help if you just listen up. Listen to the man.
Good luck to our Queensguard team competing March 21st in Richmond, Virginia.
That's all we have for today, but before we go, we want to remind you guys that the annual wing eating contest against Reagan is on March 26th at the Buffalo Wild Wings on 281 at 6:30.
Wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation will be sold March 16th through the 20th for $1, and all the proceeds from the wishes and contest will go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Also, make sure to follow us on the gram at WCTV_Chargers for more behind-the-scenes content and awesome updates.
That's all, folks. We'll see you next time on WCTV.